guys, that's our last match of the season. Let's make this one count.
Wenn sie zu mir kommen, mich überraschen, ziehe ich sie zu euch und fertig.
Alles klar.
Alright, so medium's Gamma, light's Theta, heavy's Kappa.
Roger.
Alright, here we go. Driver Lance, Theta is yours. W key.
Roger.
Alright, can't see anything. Stacking up in Theta.
I keep getting seismic.
Can you see them?
Yeah, they got heavies up here as well. Kill anything that moves.
Lights, just give us some scouting. That's probably the best thing for you guys.
Roger, moving to E4.
Here they come.
What do you see? What do you see? 100 and Delta 4 on. Alright guys, comms, got it.
Yep, prepare to fight, call target.
Pushing
in,
guys.
Here we go.
That big moved up. That big mix moved up. Copy that, okay.
Wait for them to come to us.
Roll into them.
I'm rolling.
Rolling.
There's Max D3 coming from our right, guys.
Yeah, we got this.
I want to call something and I want to see it dead in seconds. Make it happen.
Okay, auf 3. 1, 2, 3. Go.
Guys, we need to get on top over here quick.
Guys, Tom Cook, get me on the
Keep going, let's go.
Go, go, go. Everybody in.
Got him. Nice.
Rock crouch down.
That's all they can move, guys. Go now.
Bravo's leg.
Nice.
Holy shit.
Get out of there right now.
Take care of that Black Knight, taking it pieces.
What's up? Kill him out, kill him out, kill him out. Push forward, guys, push forward.
Nice fucking job.
Just run. Stay alive and run.
Nice job, everyone. Well fucking played. That is how it is done.
Fuck yeah, man. Well done.
I can forgive you for shooting me in the back.
Alright, keep your eyes active, guys. Don't have scouts on this one, so we're gonna have to all scout.
I'll be there soon too. We've got mechs on the way. You guys got this.
Seems like a fucking ambulance 911 call.
We are headed into drop 2. 2 lights, 4 mediums, 2 heavies, 0 assaults on skirmish. Let's take a look.
We need to spread out a bit. We need to see where from they're coming, and then we will.
Alright, boys. Manly men. We're gonna take some fire. We're gonna put fire out. Just make sure you trade well.
Yeah.
So, wer stoppt, wir ändern Bewegungsrichtung, Drehen.
Schon zu weit.
Yeah, we need to go it now.
Yes, we need to go now.
Keep it up, hold your ground. They have a lot of guys beat up CGs.
The light is peeking at us right before.
Yep, you got one right here.
We're doing alright, guys. We're up by 2. Stay cagey. 3 remaining. We got this one.
Alright, guys, let's do this.
Oh my fucking lord!
Foxtrot is crit CT.
Alright, Light's going behind him, behind him.
Charlie, come on, guys. Finish him.
Side doors up.
Prepare for ramming speed.
Stormcrow, Charlie.
Tir d'opportunité sur le couverture par l'ultra là.
Oh, and he got the kill.
And with a second shot, takes down Infinite with the double.
Meilleur derrière, bravo.
Dans les jambes toujours.
Like, go back.
Don't panic, just do it.
Yes! Yes!
It was a great match, back and forth, all sorts of stuff going on, incredible shots, things we've never seen before, and things you don't get to see.
Good job, Dara.
Yeah.
Alrighty, folks, just give me a moment to make sure that the channel is live, even though you won't see this for 7 minutes. Joys of the delay. Just want to make sure does take me an extra second to see that pop in. As soon as I do, we will get this thing started. Yeah, unmute myself over in Discord. Alrighty, still waiting to see the channel go live, so just bear with me a moment. I'm still not seeing it.
I see it live.
Do you? Okay, perfect. All right, I will take your word for it, and I will get my tablet over to that when needed. Welcome in, everybody. We're gonna get the map ban up there. Coalition for Fiesta. There we go. Welcome. Second matchup of the day. Joined with Zonaron of co-casting. Also, we've got Bacon Lord and Fire Ant sitting in the booth with us. Love it.
Howdy, howdy.
Alrighty, let me go ahead and let them know. Please begin map. Even though it's a map they're choosing. So, alright. I do see, yeah, the first ad break thing popping up, so yeah, we're good. My tablet's just slow, I guess.
Canyon is first.
Nice. And I believe, yeah, these are all NA, so yeah, no region swaps. But that's not the challenging part. Well, I guess you're good. Okay, Ruby. Since one team looks like they have all the same, almost all the same tags, makes it a little easier. Canyon, Ruby, Luthien, Tourmaline, and Mining.
Okay, cool. Coalition chose Canyon pretty quick, so I'm assuming they know which side they want.
Yeah, good. Yeah, it's a good guess for that.
Oh wait, no, Fjord chooses side, don't they? Never mind. Yeah,
no, I'd have to put. Yeah. All right, so. All right, so. I'll let you figure that part out. No side swap for the second one.
Swap for Ruby, so Coalition is still Team 2.
No side swap for the third drop for Luthien.
Alright, Coalition still Team 2.
Seeing a pattern.
Oh. Side swap. Coalition now Team 1 for Torm.
And side swap for the fifth drop.
Yeah, and then Coalition back to Team 2 for Mining.
All right.
So Canyon, and then I need to swap sides.
Yep, give them just a second, and as soon as the sides are swapped, we'll get the timer started. So welcome back for anybody that may have been around magically this morning at 3 a.m. Pacific time. Oh, as I like to call Odark stupid. 4 drops. That was fun. I enjoyed that. Clan Crossfire did take the win over Mantra 3-1. And we did unfortunately have to deal with one hold. If you guys went back and actually watched that match on Luthien, you could actually see the skipping around too. So that was kind of painful. About midway through, you could see rubber banding. All right, so side swap should be good, yes?
Should be.
All right, let me make sure side swap on my page is good. There we go. All right. Team 1, your 5-minute timer has started. All righty. So since we have multiple people here, I'm going to go ahead and hop over to that map strat page. Get that up. There you go. Canyon, one of the drops, or one of the maps where all the drops happen at the exact same spot. And also we've got capture points right next to them. So again, if a hold happens.
Real quick, Star, can you look at the ticket real quick and confirm server order?
We have, well, all NA.
You sure? Because it says EUNA, EUNA, EU. Oh, no, and then Livish changed it later.
Oh, I'm just looking. I'm looking at the ticket right now. Oh. I'm looking at the map ban for what Live has.
Yeah. But all the way at the very top of the booking, it says EU and AU.
Might want to confirm with Fjord Fiesta there. They typed locked in with only 7 players. I don't know if that was intentional, if they're running low on roster today.
Yeah, Butter said that they'll only have 7 for the first match or so.
Yeah.
Gotcha, okay.
Yeah, so, we got a heads up from them. They're allowed to drop with less than 8 for this match. When the 8th comes, he can sub in, provided they have no locked on the lobby. So, yeah, we have Not Bob and Kalo on the sideline for the...
I will be right back.
I'm going to let them know. So, yeah, the choice of making sure we got everything covered. And Zon's going to go make sure about the region thing on there.
Not Bob says alternate, so
okay,
we're going EU first.
Okay, I will mark my Then you're just rotating back and forth then EU and AE. Cool. All right. Live. Your fault. So Zon has one more button to click.
Yippee.
Oh, here we go. Here comes the banter. Pray that the lag works in your favor. Coming from Basalt. Good catch on that, Zon. Like I said, I was going with what the map ban page said.
Yeah, I wanted to double check.
All right, I'm gonna switch for that lobby scene. There we go. All right. 2 minutes away. 2 minutes in. I mean, not bad. I mean, for being down to 7, they're still utilizing 470 of the 480 tons. So, weight-wise, they'll be pretty even.
Yes, I'm definitely curious to see what they try here with 7 players. It's got to be some sort of a Hail Mary strat.
Maybe.
Coming in as with such a numbers disadvantage, even just down 1 player, that's a massive disadvantage.
Right? Because you're immediately getting, kind of like the hockey game without the goalie.
That's a good way to put it.
Oh, and Team 2 is locked in. Stop my timer. Note for you, Zon. Just I've got it on my sheet about an AEU.
All right, here we go.
Another part we all hold our breath. Waiting for everyone to get that connecting message off the screen.
I'm assuming Fjord is still going to bring their 3 bigs and then just ton up most of their lights. So I'll be kind of surprised if we see a Fire Moth or a 20-tonner.
And I'm going to try to remember not to spam my 8 button. Why is my 8 button not working? Look at the crap.
Especially for a smaller map like Canyon.
They're all connected.
I do see a couple of light mechs here on Fjord's side. Both, let's see, like a 30-tonner and 35.
All right.
Take a look at the loadouts here.
Yeah, real quick, let me run through mine. Stalker in the Stalker. Artillery in the Lerm 10 Stalker. Or Lerm Stalker. Summoner in oh my goodness. ABC in the Summoner with medium pulse and large pulse. Arthin in the Faffy with flamers and heavy Gauss. See that? Sponger in the Huntsman with SRM spam. Skippy Nibble on the Raven, Light PPCs, Narc Stealth, all that fun jazz. Butter in the Arctic Cheetah with SRM6 and Narc. Andy with an Annihilator with medium pulse lasers and heavy Gauss. What's on the other side?
It does seem that Coalition is going to be going long range here, expecting a push. They've got a AC2 Longbow, AC2 Bullshark, and a AC2, where'd it go? Oh, there it is, Nova Cat. So they're going longer range ballistic, probably expecting Fjord to push them.
And now we see the first LRMs flying out at the commando.
Yeah, especially since all of the Coalition bigs are sitting so far back with this Blackjack on the wall here. Interesting. 3-year large stim.
It is interesting to see a lot of AC2s coming out from Coalition. Canyon Network, not a big map. For a receive deck, I might expect AC5s with a little bit less range but more punch. But Coalition is a very strong team, and I trust their decisions. We see Fjord coming up the Epsilon side, slowly trundling up with a couple of those very slow big mechs like the Annihilator, running 47 kph, I think I saw.
Yeah.
Lots of Lerms flying out. I thought I saw AMS from Coalition for a second, but I think it's just those AC2s flying through the path of the LRMs. The only thing stranger to see in comp than LRMs would be AMS. Cannot remember the last time I saw an AMS in comp.
Yeah, no AMS on any of these mechs that I'm seeing.
And having identified that LRM mech early, Coalition's mechs taking cover quite well. None of them fallen below 90% yet.
Chicken is holding the 4 cap and looks like he actually wants to go and try and get Gamma as well. Try and make it a 5 cap. The Summoner here is the only thing that's stopping him, and he's not really doing that much.
Yeah, with how clumped up Fjord is, probably does have enough room to take Gamma. Especially since it's not fully capped, he could swing that to Coalition's favor in probably less than 15 seconds and get back out. Again, the Commando not being a very fast mech, though, would be a risky move. And frankly, Coalition just happy to sit on a 4 cap. That already applies tons of pressure and forces Fjord to make a move at some point, but they seem stalled here.
They really want to.
I mean, Coalition doesn't need to do anything. They have a 4 cap. They can just sit and wait.
Yep.
Exactly.
There's no pressure for them to do anything.
They have the advantage, so
really not doing anything. Oh, 2 light mechs are finally starting to move back towards Gamma, but
now normally this might not be a terrible idea running that LRM mech from Fjord. You do want to give that mech time to whittle down the enemies, but with Coalition taking such good cover, Pasha and the Summoner 2 Talon taking some damage, but everything else very fresh. Fjord's mech's a lot more beat up, unfortunately not able to gain any armor advantage by picking away at Coalition with that LRM Stalker.
Cheetah and the Raven finally moving around to try and spread out along the south side of the map, but I think it's just too little too late at this point. Coalition's already almost at 450 caps, and Fjord's not even at 150.
This is quickly approaching the time they need to push in and do something, otherwise it's just going to fizzle out and it's going to be a cap out.
Yeah, and if you look at the the health across the board, I mean, Coalition
and Butter in the Cheetah is already 1 tap.
Although thinking about this, Fjord may actually be playing quite smart here. They know going up against Coalition, quite arguably the #1 team in comp at the moment, they are going to struggle. They're going to need a miracle to defeat this team anyway. Going in down a person, it's going to take a double miracle. So I think what they're doing here is just playing for time, waiting for one of their other members to become available and make this a little bit more even of a fight.
That's
so
true.
The more they can draw this match out, the more chance they have to bring another member online and have a better chance at the next few drops.
It's possible, but it very much just seems like a meme deck because we're 1 short.
Which
there's definitely some of that as a factor as
like
well.
Some of these mech choices, it seems a little more on the meme side, but I could see the let's stall for time so we can get 8. We'll just chop
this is also the heavy Gauss on the Fafnir and the Annihilator is not that unusual for Fjord, actually. We've seen them in several matches. I don't know if they've been streamed, but we have seen them several times using heavy Gauss mechs to mixed effect. Sometimes not working very well, sometimes working quite well.
Oh, here you go.
Definitely see some of these bigs clashing here.
Yep, right here.
Grolsch taking some heavy hits.
Oh, they lost.
Down to 66%.
They lost their Lerm Stalker.
There goes Andy as well in the Annihilator. Coalition wrapping it up on capture tickets and kills now.
They're just gonna go in for kills for fun.
Yeah,
Game's won.
Yeah.
Although, frankly, Fjord being down a person and having an interesting deck to work with, doing quite a good job of putting a lot of hurt on a lot of Coalition's mechs, not securing any kills, but 4 of them being quite heavily damaged.
Yeah.
I mean, they pushed in at the end. They had no reason to even do that. They could have stayed like 100% the whole match if they wanted to go to 750, 0 kills.
No, I got a feeling artillery had that planned of let's just do what we can, have a little fun, because being down the man. So
yeah.
All right, let me get the stats up here. See the overall numbers. All right, so for Fjord, top damage, ABC at 707. Top damage on the other side appears to be Pasha with 608. And top team damage, Dario, 16.
All right, switching servers and maps, but sides stay the same. We are on to Ruby.
Zon, did you happen to catch what was on that Arctic Cheetah from Fjord?
At least 2 SRM6s and
SRMs and an ARC.
Yeah, I was going to guess SRMs because Butterporo, unfortunately, not getting any damage there. SRMs in that kind of hold from Coalition is rough to play into. You've got to get into close range, obviously, with those SRMs, and Fjord not having the number of mechs to be able to do that.
It's on correct. We're not swapping going into Ruby. Never mind. Right there in front of my face. All right, so yeah, we should be here. Let me go ahead and get their timer started. Right now, they're still sitting with just 7 in the lobby.
The interesting thing for me here is, no. Actually, Coalition picked the side, right, for this map. They picked Team 2.
Correct.
All right, so if they were looking for time, it's not ideal to, now they have 5 minutes to get their 8th.
Which I have seen teams do that in the past where they've utilized the entire 5-minute timer because they were waiting for someone, and someone did finally manage to get in at the last second.
Yeah, it's always unfortunate to see. You always hope that you can kind of like, can we push the match back? Can we do something so we can play? But I mean, stuff happens, and you can't always do that. So.
Right. And there was a team the last time I did the casting for Worlds. I know there was one team that ended up down, not having a full team for the drops.
Well, it was probably mine because we had to forfeit a match about 3 or 4 years ago because we had 3 or 4 people that kept DCing nonstop and we couldn't play.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's like we can't play this drop. And our opposing team was like, "We'll take the default," and that was that. It was over. Like,
yeah.
Yep. Food for thought for all of your new team leaders out there. Go ask the refs for help in those situations. You have the refs, utilize them.
And we have
what's going on, you need help.
And we have a lot more of them now too.
Yes.
So.
They're usually very responsive and very friendly. You end up in a situation, it's totally fine to say, "Hey, can we hold for a second? I'm asking the ref a question." And get some guidance.
Yep. I do have the Ruby map up. Again, these drop spots are not all clumped together like Canyon, but they're not fully spread out like some of the other ones. All right, down to 3 minutes left for Team 1 to lock in. Again, hoping that they do try to utilize the entire timer to get that 8th spot filled.
What is a little bit interesting is that Coalition gave up the Echo 4 shelf side for Ruby here.
So far.
So we'll see how they line up their traders along back here, because I'm assuming they're gonna set up for Fjord to try and push them again, because that is usually a pretty popular Fjord strat.
Well, every deck from Coalition, it's got to be basically two things. It's got to be killy enough to handle a push, or kitey enough that they can maim the push and then kite it out. And then if they don't push, if Fjord doesn't push in, then they would probably end up getting a little more aggressive, or just out trading him at that point, even with potentially substandard traders.
Team 1 did lock in with 7 again, still utilizing the full tonnage. We'll see. Team 2 almost fully green. It's waiting on Chicken Man. And they're all green and waiting for the lock call. And they're locked, less than a minute. Here we go.
So with Coalition spawning on Team 2 side here, I expect them to probably take up most of their mechs positions in the 4 grid squares from Delta 6 and 7 and Echo 6 and 7, probably holding Kappa, Theta, and Gamma, potentially swinging out towards Epsilon to secure another 4 cap. But again, they only need 3 to force Fjord to make a move.
The side that Coalition has allows for the Theta cap, so they should start off very cap heavy.
Yep, that's exactly what I was about to note as well.
It leaves the ball in Fjord's court to do something.
All right, here goes the loadout rundown. Artillery Hamster in the Nova and with Proto AC2s. Sponger in the Kodiak with ERP PC and Quad AC10. Butter in the Aletha with Micro Pulse lasers. Skippy in the Shadowcat with AP Gauss and AC10. Arthen in the Thunderbolt with heavy PPCs. Andy in the Dire Wolf with UAC 2s, UAC 10s, ER mediums, and heavy large. And ABC in a Stone Rhino with ER PPC and Quad AC10. Go ahead and go down the other side.
Seems like Coalition has more or less gone with the same deck here, with swapping out the AC2 Bullshark for an AC5 Bullshark, but keeping the Ultra 2 Nova Cat, swapping the Longbow with Ultra 2s out for the Overcharge with ER Large, and then keeping the Talon with Proto 4s. There's also a Trebuchet here. Yeah, 4 large laser Trebuchet 5J, that's the laser duration one. So it does seem that Coalition's going to be mid to long again, which is sort of expected. Does look like Fjord is going to try and contest Kappa here, though, with a Fire Moth. That's
Yep, they're able to swing it. Definitely making the right decision to get out quickly, knowing ahead of time that there is an entire light pack coming to retake that.
Speaking of, there it is. The Chicken's Fire Moth fittingly painted like a race car.
No one going out for the Epsilon cap yet, but Coalition does not need it. They've already got those 3 caps secured. And setting up into great Overwatch positions to hold those 3, and they're going to make Fjord make a move.
It does look like Fjord is trying to eye Theta here with the Fire Moth and Thunderbolt, but Coalition has... What is that? They have 3 traders looking at it, so...
Yep, with multiple angles of Overwatch and Theta fully capped, Fjord is going to have to really push some mechs out of position to even hope to take that. Pasha and the Grand Summon are taking quite a bit of damage. They're down to 72%.
It's a really weird Ultraviolet. I'm just going to say it.
Yeah, Fjord looking like they set up for a sort of mid-range push. Not a full-on fast brawl deck, but a lot of mid-range firepower with that Stone Rhino and Kodiak. 8 clan AC-10s between them. Although, unfortunately, it seems like they're kind of in a similar situation as they got on Canyon, where they're really grouped up, but don't have a good angle they've found to push. The Thunderbolt with heavy PPCs at the front of the push here, not the right position for that mech.
The Dire's coming to help it, but in order to do so, it took a lot of damage and is already open CT.
G-Ram getting some attack, getting some pressure by Buddy.
Right torso on the Kodiak's already open too. There go.
Oh, Skippy and the Shadowcat goes down. Yeah, a lot of their big mechs hurt, and down in the low ground, Butterporo and the Firemoth kind of overextending there to try to get G-Ram. Puts a lot of damage in on him, but with 4 mechs focusing him down, that 20-tonner evaporates, and the rest of Fjord's big mechs are not far behind.
Though considering they're much faster paced this time, I'm wondering if their 8th has showed up.
Either that or they have resigned themselves to their fate of playing with only 7.
Yeah, that's
I do hope for the Prior, though. It's always more exciting to have a more even match here.
I mean, even if you have 7, like, I don't know, that deck felt a little strange to me because the majority of it was heavy, slow push, Daka-ish. But then there also was a random heavy PPC mech, and then the Dire Wolf, which was something.
The Dire Wolf.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
They also didn't like push at the same time. So.
It wasn't a kitchen sink. Pretty close. Fresh stats page up here.
I think it would qualify as a kitchen sink build if you also threw a random LRM-10 in there somewhere.
I have that plus some. All right, so on Fjord's side, top damage, Andy with 249. And Coalition side, top damage, Basalt with 578. Top team damage, Sponger with 14.
So we move on to Luthien.
That is correct. Moving over to the EU region. Hoping the Luthien server, wherever it may be, has learned the error of its ways, and we will not have a repeat of earlier. That was because we had the one DC, followed by some pretty interesting rubber banding during the match. If you go back and rewatch the cast, you can see when it occurred. All right.
That was the match earlier today.
Yeah. And Team 1, Fjord, has 8 on the roster.
All right.
Hey. Good way.
Awesome. Now the question is, can they make a comeback and, maybe take the next 3?
Well, they have 8, and that's something.
That's a win in their book already.
Yeah, let's see if we see some maybe more cohesive decks. A faster push for them on this map would probably be good. Maybe they try and trade?
I'd say possibly not any Learn Boat or, Super Laser Vomit, kitchen sink.
I would be surprised if I saw any LRMs on this map. Luthien, a map with a lot of verticality, a lot of very tall, large, mountainous rocks, a lot of LRM cover, and difficult to make use of any long-range missiles because of that.
Yeah, definitely. But
it would be interesting to see some kind of... Oh, sorry?
I was saying, but excited to see a full roster now.
Yes, definitely. It's always a bit of a letdown when you have a severely lopsided match.
Yeah.
If you're facing an uphill battle against Coalition anyway, and then being down a player is just insult to injury. But now that we've got an 8v8, I'm interested to see what Fjord tries to do to make a serious attempt at taking a drop off of Coalition here.
Right. I do have the map strat up. Looks like somebody's already been drawing on it.
Arrows.
It's on with the arrows. What do you got going on there?
It's more or less just pathing with Fjord's majority seemingly wanting to take the top at first, but they all decided against it. Almost seemed like they wanted to try and push over Theta, but probably the Fire Moth saw that, you know, there was this concave here, so they decided to try and go low instead, where, well, where this concave still had line of sight on them anyway, so. Yeah, it was with the Coalition lights coming down to meet them at the very end, so it was a pretty quick match, but now that we've got actually 8v8 instead of 8v7, we'll see if any of this changes.
I think it's important to point out the starting locations for Luthien that Fjord has locked into, primarily Alpha Bravo with their light mech pilot in Charlie. It is indicative of a push on the top side of the map. Let's see if I can switch this map strat room to Luthien real quick.
Yeah, if I click down the bottom left, got the speedy button set up.
Yeah, so they're primarily Alpha Bravo here with one on Charlie. So it appears that perhaps Fjord will go for Gamma, a Gamma cap. So this might actually be a map strat, or I'm sorry, a cap strat from Fjord. So they'll have a group that comes in like this, and we'll do some sort of push, and then they'll have a mech that goes around the back of the map capping. Is the vibe I'm getting from this? If they did do that, that could be challenging if Coalition is set up to receive.
Real quick,
It just
Zon
depends.
2-2 is locked.
Oh, Roger, thank you.
No problem.
And with Coalition choosing to spawn in Bravo Charlie with nothing in Alpha, Butter Poro from Fjord may actually get a chance to take Gamma uncontested for a little bit.
Probably. It's probably just going to end up being a big fight in that area. That's what I would assume. For
That
Fjord,
sounds
they
like
need
a
to
good
be able
prediction to me.
to. Yeah, they need to be able to leg as many mechs. If they're trying to cap strat, they want to either get close enough before engaging and get as many caps as possible before going in, or they send it and they just need to leg as many of the fast mechs as possible.
All right, here we go. I'm going to start an ABC's mech.
I'm going to finish loading first.
No, there you go. Hopefully it happens. All right, ABC is in the Blood Ass with ER Micros, ER Large. Arthan in the Thunderbolt with heavy PPCs. Skippy in a Hunchback with small pulse lasers and ER PPCs. Sponger in a Bushwhacker, AC5's light PPC. Oogway in the Ebon Jag with dual Hags, Hag 30s. Butter in the Elitha, Micro Pulse. Artillery in the Spider with ER Large and light machine gun. And Andy in the Stone Rhino with ER Large and Gauss rifles.
Interesting. Definitely more of a trade deck from Fjord.
Yeah, and it does seem Coalition has gone back to their Canyon deck with the AC2 Longbow and the Ultra 2 Nova Cat with the Ultra 5 Bull Shark. So it seems like we're actually going to get a trade here between the two teams. It seems like it's going to start with a 2v2 on Theta.
This is an interesting matchup. In long-range trading, I would probably favor the ER Larges over the AC2s. AC2s have a very good velocity, but at ranges over 1 kilometer, there's still some noticeable travel time, and that can lead to spreading damage more than ER Larges might.
I believe Dario's already been halved. I mean, he still has his torso, but I think he lost a pair of medium pulse lasers in that left arm. So that's interesting.
Well, it's a good thing he's not running the Black Lantern set of 8 build where all his lasers are in that left arm, or he would be in an unfortunate position, and Coalition would be down quite a bit of firepower there. Basalt from Coalition and that Novacat taking quite a beating there. If I dare say, it seems like the armor may even slightly favor Fjord at this point.
Have you all seen the spider?
I did see the spider. It was the 2 large, 2 light machine guns, if I recall. Definitely an interesting build.
It's an interesting build, but it's an interesting paint job because it's glowing.
Oh.
Ah, that I did not see. I only got to see from the cockpit from Star Wars view.
I'll have to see if I can't get close to that at some point.
Hang on.
Sneak over here.
Ooh, GRAM taking a bit of a beating in that longbow there, down to 75%. I can't see the paper doll, but based on the color of that, it looks like he's got one or more components that are in pretty bad shape.
Oh yeah, there you go. You can see the spider running around with the bright top. Skippy down to 60%. Hunchback.
Oh, there's G. Right torso open on GRAM.
With the Coalition stack, they require a lot of face time to get damage out, whereas with Fjords, they can just kind of take a trade, put a lot of damage out, and they should be able to roll a lot of that very low pinpoint AC2 damage that requires staring to really make work.
Looks like Chicken Man from Coalition out on the side taking Gamma back. Fjord had the opportunity to take Sigma wide open, but looks like their light mech passed it up. Coalition surprisingly clumped up around Theta. Fjord also pretty contained.
It does seem like the spider might be trying to get there now, or the Fire Moth over to Sigma, but yeah,
Yeah, it looks like the Fire Moth's headed out there now. They definitely need that cap to keep the tickets under control. Coalition momentarily with 4 capture points to 1. Fjord now taking Sigma, going to slow that bleed, but still going to be falling behind slowly on tickets. And at the moment, they do not have the map control to be able to take any additional caps. Both Gamma and Epsilon so far away.
And this Bushwhacker's about to get pushed, even though it's fresh. Yep, there it goes.
Yep, Fjord unfortunately losing a couple quick mechs here as Coalition pushes in.
Novacat down.
Although they do take down Basalt in return. Both teams missing quite a bit of armor here, still probably in Coalition's favor though.
There's the spider too. Dario's down. GRAM could be taken down here by the Blood Asp in a moment if he can get the angle.
Fjord definitely good, keeping it fairly even on kills, but unfortunately, not now. As soon as I say that, they lose 3 in a couple seconds, and that's the turning point there.
Coalition.
Fjord kind of getting surrounded there.
Light pack coming in behind him. Now it's just the Blood Asp to deal with 6 mechs and a 4 cap. And it's falling into the rocks.
Question is, which side's he gonna get hit from that finishes him off? Oh, no, Django's gonna come up and
can't even pitch down the chute, the Vulcan.
Yeah, no.
If Fjord in this last drop held their wider lines and were more on top of the caps, I think it would have been a little closer. I think they just got kind of balled up, and being balled up, Coalition sees this, and they've got the higher DPS stack, and they can just push in and clean up.
Yeah, without those wider angles, being able to cover the approach from Coalition, they were able to close the distance. And as you said, with those higher DPS builds, those AC2s definitely having an advantage at a closer range over the ER larges, because you can fire those all day long, barely building up any heat.
Yeah. All right. Damage numbers on that one. It's like Fjord top damage. Andy was 603. And on Coalition side, top damage, Grolsch, 554. Top team damage, Grolsch at 18.
Definitely a much better showing from Fjord with that 8th player on their roster finally. They, from my perspective, they kept it fairly even with Coalition through the first half of that match. As Bacon, as you said, I think what happened was they just lost their map control, and that did not play to the advantage of their deck, and that's where it started to roll downhill for them. Yeah. But early on, a much better showing from them. Impressed with how they were able to hold their own for the first part of that drop.
It was in their favor. Again, just having the higher alpha builds versus like the sustained AC2 builds that require, a significant amount of seconds of sustained mech contact to make it work, right? But they just maybe didn't play that to their advantage as much as they could have, and now they move down to play another team.
Yep. And all right, well that does it for this one. Coalition moving forward. Fjord Fiesta will be hopping down to the lower bracket, and here in 2.5 hours, it's time for Vile versus Revenants. You ready for that one?
I have no idea. We'll see what the servers decide. It's all to the servers.
Right. I will say that for this drop on Luthien, I was very pleased. We didn't have any
this match
issues. We had no rubber banding. So knock on wood that it stays that way. But, all right. So for all you out there, we'll see you soon.
Yeah.
2.5 hours.